Heartsofiron. We're going to be continuing our Austro-Hungary game. We left it in a pretty dire situation last time, where we basically just become the people of the mountain, a bit of the valleys of Hungary. But yeah, so let's jump back in and see what's happening. Okay, so like I said, here's the situation. We've basically been pushed back to the mountains of Austria, and oh, they are immediately attacking. Okay, so the Hungarian land looks rough. Maybe we can hide behind some of these river lines. But we are definitely losing pecs by the looks of things. Can we get these guys out? Oh, they're flooding back in. No. Okay. So, that's really not good. Yeah, we have been completely encircled. And I think we're just losing everyone out of that pocket. That is not good. Okay, how's the mountains going? We are still holding just about. Can we click them out and maybe get in the river line back up there? No, those guys are all gone. Oh, there's a lot of equipment lost. But yeah, so we're going to try and push them out of these mountains, see if we can get them out of this province, try and shore up our border on this forest and behind the river. Oh, we've been kicked out of a province. Gonna take that back. Okay, we can get that province back at least. Unless we maybe just hold Graz because it's a bit more fortified. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and cut off some of their forces down here because we've got that impassable terrain north of us, so we should hopefully be able to sneak round. There we go. Near the breach. Can we keep going? Keep going up, try and cut them off by Salzburg. There we go, we've cut them off. Maybe take back Innsbruck, get a bit more manpower, flood into the pools, a little bit of industry back if possible. Plus get that airfield back online, which will take it away from the Germans. Okay, Klagenfurt, can we get that? Alright, it looks like even though they're attritioning, they've still got some supplies there, although they will be losing equipment they can't replace because they are cut off. Ooh, those tanks are pushing through. God, this German armour is just way too strong. Oh, and those divisions have been cut off. Luckily, it's only one of our actual divisions and two of the two of the Czech divisions that we took. Okay. They might just be a lost cause now. Let's see if we can get out any more units to try and shore up the front. At least we would have taken some of their equipment with them. Okay, so it looks like Poland refused the ultimatum, so Germany got the war on them. They're also currently attacking Belgium, Luxembourg. There we go, France is in. So we're now finally not alone in this war. We've got allies, well, allies per se. We've at least got friends in this war, people who are also fighting on our side. So can we push out a little bit as the Germans come off our border? Looks like we've got a little breakthrough there. Can we snake to Budapest? Maybe we try and cut off some of this Czech land back to us. Just because we need that manpower, we need that industry coming back online. Okay, looks like we can reclaim a lot of Hungary here. It's still a little bit tougher in the mountains across that river line, so maybe it'll just be through the plains that we can take land as the Germans pull away to all the other borders. So hopefully it won't be long till someone like Poland's in. See if we can cut off a few Germans here against the Polish border for now. No, they're already lined up on the border. Okay, so we'll try and snake round, get some more VPs, get some more manpower back, because it's actually the victory points that give you the manpower, so you can see we've now got an extra 180,000 from taking back Budapest. Okay, we are really pushing out right now. We just can't seem to cut them off fully up there. Okay, maybe keep trying to snake round, take some of the supply points. See if we can encircle any Germans as well and just cut them off from supply. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Just moving so slowly through these mountains because this is all mountainous and forest, so it's not particularly fast for our troops. No, still can't push them out down here. And I think our front lines are starting to consolidate as the Germans bring troops back. Maybe get around this guy, see if we can get a little encirclement, do a bit of damage, take out a unit. No, they've liberated that. Okay, there we go. A request for some support. It looks like a request for the Allies, which we might take. Yeah, there we go. We've taken the request to join the Allies. We're in. Hopefully they'll start to bring some planes over to some of our airfields we've now taken back in Hungary. And we'll just make sure we continue down our doctrines, because we are getting a lot of army XP through this battle. And yeah, logistics, so we can try and push better in these mountains and through some of this terrain as we continue to push out. There we go, we've at least got Hungary back as Austro-Hungary, because we were missing that, which I don't really get how we could call ourselves Austro-Hungary. Looks like the Germans didn't actually go in on the Polish, so we still only have the couple fronts. It would be nice to have that third front open back up. So a bit more pressure will be taken off us. Let's see if we can get this encirclement finally down here. You know, keep pinning them in, keep pushing around, see if we can get up towards Innsbruck. Bring some tanks in. Oh, we may be pushing. It's fallen. Okay, we can circle those two. Continue to try and hit this guy just to try and take out as much of his equipment as possible, because he's now encircled. See if we can maybe just hold this line as well. They are starting to counter-attack now, the Germans, I guess, where they can take troops off the Polish border again. So they are back into our front lines. The Allies have pushed out a little bit up there, out of the Benelux, but they are stagnating. Gonna keep trying to get these two German units. Don't let them break them out. Keep them pinned. No, they've got the breakout. Can we get right round them? Maybe. No, they're gonna keep flooding troops in there. Alright, that's a battle we're not winning. Keep trying to push them out of these provinces. We don't want them to get too many angles in some of our front lines there. Don't want them to get too many troops lined up against it. Yeah, this is really stabilising out here now, but we do have a lot of our core land back, so our manpower's back up, our industry's back up to 50 factories, so we are starting to actually produce some equipment, keep our units in the battlefield. Hopefully we'll get some more Lend-Lease from the Allies as well, just to keep us going. But yeah, this situation is still not great. We really need the Allies to pull a bit more work and to really take some more of these Germans off our front. Because our guys need some time to rest up, to be fair, because we lost a lot of equipment when we were holding those mountains without many factories. And from this pushback. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed back so quickly, thinking about it. Creep in him, get that province. Come on. No, there we go, they got in. And we'll continue down so we can try and get some better guns. And some better planes. Because we haven't had the industry to build planes yet, but maybe now we'll have something. We're getting pushed out of Austria. This isn't good because that's some of our most defensible terrain. Let's reconsolidate on that front line, because realistically the that little hold is lost. Alright, keep trying to keep them away from Budapest, because that is obviously where the majority of our industry is. That's our capital, we need that, that's our manpower, that's our industry. But yeah, how's it going? Don't think we're going to find other allies down here just yet. Maybe later as they continue down their focus tree we might get them in the allies, but right now I think we're going to have to hold the east. Alright, we've got a little breakthrough here. Let's see if we can really push it, see if we can get any more Germans encircled. Come on. This would be great just to close this front a little bit and make the front a bit shorter, because we can just hold more divisions on the line than to hold it. Especially if we can get into those mountains. No. Get those men back into Budapest, we need that. Some night assault doctrine, just make our guys a little bit stronger during the nighttime attacks. Okay, seem to have held Budapest for now. That got close. Okay, they are attacking us hard in these plains of Hungary. Yeah, that river line is all you have. Like, Hungary is not very good defensible terrain. Really, that's obviously why we had to hold Austria. Oh, can we take Vienna back? They've moved out. Maybe the French have done something, they've had to pull away to their border. Let's see if we can try and get another little encirclement in. Push a few guys back. Okay, we've got Vienna back, that's great. Can we cut off some of them on this impassable terrain? There we go, we've got the encirclements. This is going good. Can we take back more of our core land maybe? Because any cause more troops, you can see we're up to 500,000 now. Okay, no, we are pulling back. We just dropped again in manpower, you can see they took back Budapest. Oh, I think we're going to have to pull out and see if we can hold Austria again, because the Allies just haven't done enough for us just yet. See if we can maybe hold this river line, maybe add Budapest to that as well, because that's important. You know, it's the capital. Adjust this just because it didn't seem to draw correctly. Okay. Can we keep them out? This doesn't look like a fallback line is working as we thought. Just try and hold maybe that airfield as well. Just allow a few more allied planes maybe to keep over us. And then using that river to our advantage and coming off the Romanian border just in case they join the side of the Axis, because there's always that chance they can join any of the three major factions realistically, because obviously they've got their focus to go communist. There we go, Poland is in, but Poland did not stand a chance, which is why we're now getting more German troops coming down here, because they are just pushing them out, as well as Poland already being in a two-front war now, because they're up against the Russians, who are owned by the Japanese. It's gone very non-historical, except for the Germans apparently, who just wanted to come and ruin the game. Alright, see if we can take back a bit more of this river line, a bit more of our land. Because they are really sparse on our front, but we just, the second we push into any degree, the AI just targets us. Oh no, we cut off. I think we can get that out. What do we need next? Yeah, artillery effort. Let's try and get some better artillery, get some better planes going. This is all fine by very fast, because I obviously upped the speed on the recording. Because I didn't want you to sit through what ended up being about, 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, so I'm trying to condense it down into a more manageable 45 minutes. Okay, we've trapped a few Germans here. And there's that's a Russian horseman in there as well, so they're even making it to our front line now. Yeah. There we go, taken back our river line. That's a good place to hold. We're still holding Vienna and Austrian mountains. Got to be careful not to get tunnel vision. Let's see if we can take back the railway and the airfield just to make sure that our supplies are going through the region. And hopefully we can crush these few German units down here. Our troops have a little bit more strength now because there was a little pause there where I built up some more strength just before this attack. Alright, got to get them into Budapest. Got to keep holding it. It's such a hard city to hold when you've got such a big border like this, which is why obviously I retreated to Austria at the end of the last video. I'm just glad that Austria is enough core land, to be fair, that I could hold there. Otherwise the video would have been completely done. Okay, we can keep doing little counter-attacks along the front while they're distracted or attacking us, because it means there's just a few less troops defending. See if we can get any encirclements, see if we can just push back a few tiles, because every tile we're taking is closer to us getting more core land back, so that is just huge. And, you know, we want to shore up our borders as much as possible. No, you stay in Vienna. It looks like it's dragging a load of divisions to that front down at Klagenfurt where it's split. So we just put them back on the Vienna front to make sure that we're holding the major cities, because we do not need loads of guys in these mountains. We should be able to hold with a small amount. Alright, Germans are going in on Scandinavia, so that's hopefully they should join the Allies. That should be another port for the Allies to get in. Just another front line for the Germans. The more and more fronts they have, obviously the less troops they're going to have on our border. Like you can see, they're starting to thin out. That's probably why they were so weak for a second there, because they were starting to move troops up towards Scandinavia as they completed the focus. Okay. Can we take that back? And let's establish the Air Force, get that little bit of XP for the Air Force so we can start to design some planes, hopefully. I don't know if we're quite late on the production of planes. I always end up leaving that so late in my tech tree. But I should definitely start doing them sooner, especially this game. This game probably would have been ideal, but then I just don't see the point where we could have moved factories off of making infantry equipment and stuff to help hold the mountains. Got back quite a strong defensive position. See if we can get a couple of encirclements down here in the mountains and the choke points. Looks like we should. Yeah, there we go. Those Germans are out. That's good. I wonder if we'll get any equipment from them as well, just to bolster divisions. Alright, so a bit of jumping time there. So the Germans started to grow weak. I built up my army a bit and we're starting to do a big push across the front. Taking back a lot of Czech land. Which we'll continue to try and integrate, because obviously as soon as we get that as cores, that's manpower for us. As you can see, our manpower is running low. But yeah, we're going to declare war in Yugoslavia because I'm trying to just get more core land of mine, more claimed territory, because although it seems like a crazy time to be starting some more wars, at the moment they're going to split loads of their forces across the fronts. Romania has now joined us, so you know there's going to be a bunch of Yugoslavians holding that border when they don't need to, because I'm never going to call them in unless Germany calls them in as an ally. But yeah, I'm just going to keep trying to push down here. But I think as well they're stuck in the Czech Entente, because they joined that in the last video, which I think is why Czechoslovakia obviously didn't end up fully joining us, because they made that Czech Entente. There we go, just a bit more core land, a bit more land, some more factories. As you can see, we're up to almost 100 factories. I think if we take all this land, we should get there. supply lines. There we go. Ironically, can we march to the shore? Finally get a bit of coast. Come on. It's the name of the focus. Let's do it. See if we can cut them off. There we go. They cut off in Fiume. They don't have a port, I don't think. No, because they don't actually get the Fiume, because that's Italian. So that should be a lot of nicely encircled Yugoslavians, which won't pop back up on the front as we continue to push. There we go. The general advance actually seems to be breaking through down south. Let's make sure these guys are coming back onto these front lines though, because we're just leaving our allies to try and hold it for now. And looks like they had a little breakout there, but they are cut off there, so we should be able to get some kills. There we go, let's get infantry expert. Just anything to increase the stats of our troops. Alright, can we double combat them? Kick them out of these tiles, get that cut off. Splits the new capital. Let's make our way to that. Yeah, another couple of divisions circled. I think we're getting a lot of allied aircraft up and over this actually, but they haven't joined the war, so I don't actually know if they have any effect. But there seems to be loads flying around even if it doesn't work. There we go. Take a split. Alright, they've moved their capital further south again. They really do cling on to the end at times, Yugoslavia, but maybe if we can take some of these coastal towns and cities, maybe that could be the end of it. Let's see if we can march through to Sofia, because yeah, that bit of Bulgaria is their puppet. Although that is now opening back up into a front with the Germans, where they've come in round Romania, and they're coming in through Turkey, and they are just cutting off loads of land from the Allies, because Turkey's coming in on Greece, and it's hitting Romania from the south with Germans, Japanese, Russian divisions. But yeah, we just got to continue trying to kick them out. Let's see if we can get the little island just off here, just because that'll give us another attack angle on them. And there we go. Dubrovnik was the last bit that needed, so we can now take all of that land. Still showing as occupied states. Hopefully our claims come into action on them. Realistically, I think we need Romania. We need the Transylvanian land, which was already rejected. Okay. Let's see if we can help out the Romanians anyway, and just see if we can kick them out of this southern part of the Balkans. The supply situation down there's so many allied troops just caught up. Yeah, let's get some more excavation techs, continue to get more resources, because the allies will keep buying them off us. There we go, we're over 100 factories, which I think is pretty big. For some reason there's a giant tank division there. Alright, here we go. General advance across the line. Can we break them? Is there any ports we can snipe just to cut off any of these guys from making it home? Because the more we can kill here, the more equipment we can take out, the more casualties they take, the less they're going to come back to haunt us later. Okay, let's see if we can snake for some of these ports, get little encirclements, see what we can do there. These divisions are just so out of supplies up there. See if we can maybe just cut through to them though, because that's quite a good little holding point. See if we can take Galeti. There we go. Come on. We're attacking across a major river. Maybe with a bit of support attack. Hit them from both sides. There we go, we're in. That's a good little chunk there. Just a good little chunk, maybe just shy of 10 divisions. Some more down here by the ports, just naturally getting cut off where I've sent some guys through to snake the ports. Some more here, but they do have a port. Let's see if we can push them out of the port first, maybe. No, we're just going to have to see if they die in the port, if they don't make it home. Okay, and now I think our best bet is to just try and continue on to Turkey, see if we can just push straight through on Istanbul. Get into that Turkish mainland, which is always the hard bit to crack, is that river crossing. There we go, we've got one side of it. Can we break the other side? Looks close. We've got air up. 96. Okay, let's just quickly reassess the industry, get some more stuff. 98. I mean, that looks like a win-win to me. Might as well. Oh, they've reinforced right at the last second. Is that Spanish troops? Yeah, I think so. It's the Spanish defending Turkey. Oh, is that a Manchurian as well? Just popped out there. Okay, still got green air. Allies have a little invasion down there, but I don't want to get into that supply. Just not. We've got 62 divisions, cycle in the other 10. Just so we constantly keep this attack up, because I think, yeah, their morale is just breaking. Can we get maybe a reinforced meme? August gone? No, more have cycled in. Yeah, this is just a full group of the Axis here, just fully coming. We got the Manchurians, we got resistance fighters. I don't even know what country's flag that is. We got Germany, we got Turkish. There we go. Last tick, come on, don't get in, don't get in. There we go. We got them before reinforcements can arrive. Can we push them out one more tile, and then we should have 4 different tiles to attack. So we'll just start to snake the guys through. See if we can get any more ports. Ankara, Ankara, just see if we can get more ports. We've got the one just north of the Bursa. Let's just continue to try and increase the stability as well. Increase our stability, increase our war support, make sure that we don't get any of those bad events. Make sure as well, because you do get bonuses to your attack. Oh, I think the land is flipping to the UK there, maybe because they've done the Megali idea, I think Greece. Maybe that's why the Turkish were actually called in the first place, if they went for the Megali idea, because you've got the Greeks there. Getting some land in the south, which would make sense. The majority of this is just flipping to Romania just because we're pushing through the territory. Alright, gotta hold that choke point. There we go, we've got our other 6 divisions because now our guys can hold 30. Alright, see if we can just continue to push in. Continue to push them out of Turkey. You can see how that front line up there has stagnated so much, so it's just as many. If we can eliminate some other Axis members just to make sure they're not reinforcing those fronts, you know, kill a few Japanese down here, kill a few Germans that come in and reinforce. Or if we can take Antalya there, that should cut off a huge amount. I've cut off this lot. Alright, come on. Just keep pushing. Here's the new capital. I think they're probably going to capitulate shortly. No, they definitely have capitulated. Yeah, they've capitulated. Georgia is in the war. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see what we can do against the Germans now. See if we can encircle some of them against the Maginot. There we go. That is a nice encirclement. We've got some Japanese tanks, some Russians. I think that's like 20, 30 German divisions with that too. See if we can take back the Sudeten land. Just don't think. Oh, it's cycle charging for some reason. The AI must be pushing cycle charges. Okay, let's just see if we can get a bit more Polish land back. Just increase that border now, because I think the numbers game, I mean, you can see how stacked our front lines are. I think we just want to try and stretch the front lines, and also an important thing would be need to see if we can cut off those Russians with a land border, and Japanese them with a land border, just so we can try and limit their amount of supplies. I'm sure the Allies are convoy raiding a lot of the seas around here, as they usually do. Alright, can we get Snake to Berlin going? They've left a little opening. See if we can over push through Dresden. Ooh. There we go, getting a little snake in. Can we do it? That's their guys. There we go. They've just so many Russian and Japanese troops now hitting those borders, which are just really holding us up. Because I think if this was just the Germans, they'd be more than overwhelmed now with the amount of Allied forces, with the amount of angles of attack that you can see just intermixed there. Like every other tile seems to be being held by someone else. Alright, Japanese are continuing to naval invade down there. Just gotta hope that pushes guys away from our borders, actually. Don't think we can make another inroad to Berlin just yet. I think those guys need a moment just to heal up, get a bit more supplies. Okay, let's keep going for higher level aircraft. We've now got some of those flying about, so let's just upgrade them as much as we can. We don't have many, but I think they've been contributing some good green area in some of our other fights. Alright, looks like that border stabilised down in the south now that we took out Turkey, so hopefully that just keeps a load of troops on our border, maybe occupies a few of the Russians. Okay, I think it's time to go for Italy, because they're another bit of land that we can take, another bit of territory that would be quite beneficial to us having. There we go, it's a real limited air force, we are getting shot down, but I have like 400 fighters, but they are winning their own battles. Okay, I'm joining the war against Italy, because it looks like Italy declared on France. They don't have much on the border, so let's see if we can just really sweep in. I did forget, they have Albania down there. I don't think that's too major just yet, maybe we'll join that in a second. Lots of supplies from some of the allies they want to send, because we've now joined this war. So let's just see if we can get them. I mean, I don't think we have the convoys for it, but might as well accept and see if we can get the convoys out for them. Okay, really pushing in here now, helping the Swiss. Keep pushing down the coast. Yeah, just keep going. Keep pushing, see if we can take Genoa, which hopefully would encircle these troops, although they are in core land, so maybe they get a bit more, but it's cutting off supplies from the capital at least, so we'll send a few guys up there just to try and, there we go, just grab them, straight click, see if we can just cut them off in that pocket, make littler pockets just by charging straight through their lines. You can see them really suffering from supplies. Alright, we've got Rome. Now it's the push to Palermo. This is always the tough push. Depends how long basically Italy want to cling on for, because if they cling on for too long, yeah, if they cling on for so long, it just is really impossible to take them out in Sicily. So we got to race. Basically, you got to race their retreating troops down to Sicily. Come on, let's see if we can do it. Let's kill that pocket. And just maybe send as many guys in the Italian mainland, just in a huge charge. No, there we go, so they didn't actually last that long, so let's take some of that land that we want. Okay, take a little bit more. How much can we take, do you reckon, down the boot? There you go, so that's what I managed to take in the end. You can see the allied puppets, but let's release just a few because we don't actually have the call on this. Oh, and it looks like regular Italy was just left there. Anyway, let's go back to the German front. See if we can continue to push in, make little encirclements, anything just to try and kill as many troops. I just don't think we're going to get encirclements just from the sheer volume of troops that are out here, and I don't exactly have pushing divisions like tanks. I just haven't had the time really to build them up in this game, like the industry's just not been there. And I've always been more of an infantryman anyway, because I just like how they defend. Oh, can we cut off some here? No, they're probably going to get out. Yeah, they got out just in time. Maybe got a couple of overruns, but I don't think I did. Okay, see if we can cut them off a bit over here, like by Leipzig. Take Weimar, because this is a supply hub. That's what we want now. We just want to try and take as many supply hubs as we can. It's just going to help us in the long run, give us more stats. Okay. Take Leipzig. There's a lot of Russians on it. This is what I mean, there's just so many divisions. As you can see, we are pushing up, we're getting close to that border now, but I've left that in the hands of my allies a little bit more. Because I just don't think I can hold the Polish line. Well, I can hold it, I just don't think I'd have good pushing power because my divisions are stretched too thin. Oh, can we cut them off? Oh, the Dutch are in their factions, that's not actually cutting them off there. But maybe we're close to Belgium there that we could cut them off. Let's turn off the decisions, take the ones, just gotta keep trying to integrate the Czechs, because that is core territory for us. And we might as well start going for nuclear reactors, because we may end up needing that tech if this continues on for much longer with this hold. There is just so many divisions on the line, the Allies just can't see the break. They really need to break the lowlands. That's really where we need to see some breaks, or the north of Germany, maybe through the Danish or something like that, or just through naval invading. Can we take Dortmund? Dortmund would be a huge supply hub for them gone. Because that and Essen realistically is supplying that region. So if you take that, they might just come off. Come on, okay. Nice. Yeah. Alright, can we do the same up here with Dresden? Close to the Polish border? I don't think so. 52% towards capitulation. They just hold North Germany. Everything in the south, I think, in the east is gone. Okay, you can see some attrition now hitting these troops where we took Dortmund. So they're taking a penalty similar to if they're encircled, but obviously not as bad. So let's just keep trying to push. Continuing to suppress subjects, because like I said, we want that core land of Czechoslovakia. If we can get that land, like you can see, our manpower is absolutely gone in the top there. We need manpower. Let's just scout the front lines. No, there's no real weaknesses in the front lines. There are a lot on our border, but that's because we're right in that heartland territory of Germany, so they are going to defend this tooth and nail. Plus, I do think the AI stacks up more against you than it does anyone else. Alright, there's a couple here, they're losing supplies. Yeah, they're flooding too many troops into some of these regions. Let's see if we can hit them while they're weak. Make another push for Dresden. That would just cut it off so nicely against that Polish border. Here we go. The Allies have actually naval invaded now the north of Germany, so we're on either side of Berlin. Maybe we need to close that channel though. That would be huge to close that channel, because it cuts off Russian supplies. And hopefully then there's enough Allied forces in the straits between that they couldn't get through. But yeah, the Japanese just out causing havoc and just bringing in so many troops. Like, you look at that, it's 7 Russian divisions there holding Berlin. I mean, I know that's not exactly how it looks, but it's not even predominantly Germans holding Berlin now. Let's see if we can take some more tiles next to it and just see if we can get the surround on Berlin. Keep pushing up, see if we can maybe get this cut off. There's only 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy. They're flooding into these provinces, that's the issue. If the Allies just gave me some support from the north, maybe we could do it. Keep getting these little bonuses for the troops. Couple more Czech divisions, I'm just going to delete them, I'm not handling them because I'm just trying to put all my manpower into my troops. I do not have enough manpower. There we go, can we take this tile? We've got 4 different tiles we can hit with it. Can we shore up the river line? No. Okay. Allowed our men to build up a little bit. gain a bit of equipment back with a bit of rest in the front line. Let's see if we can push now. Finally close this pocket. Close them around Hanover. Cut off some more over there. Cut them off from the Dutch. Oh, there we go. We're pushing in. We're taking Hanover. We've cut them off actually there. We've now got a connection. So Berlin is cut off from some of the rest of Germany. We just need the cut off maybe on the other side as well. But let's just keep trying to kill some of these guys in the pockets. They're low on supplies because they've been cut off. The railway's been cut. And we're pushing into the Dutch. That'll be a nice little encirclement. Not too many divisions, but just stops them coming home. Nice, crushing them. There we go, look at that pocket. That is 31 divisions, mostly Germans there. That's really going to thin out their numbers. This has just been a huge encirclement. Alright, let's continue to push for Amsterdam, see if we can get the Dutch out of the war as well. And is that Chilean troops up there holding the north? Jesus. This is as big a world war as you can get. There we go, so the Dutch have capitulated, so it's just these Chilean troops now. Chilean troops? Probably. I think that's right. Alright, let's siege Berlin. And there we go, Berlin has fallen. There we go, that's Berlin taken. That's Germany capitulated on the end there as well, so let's see if we can just now kill a lot of these divisions. I think it's going to be a lot of Russians, Japanese, yeah, they're all still just stuck here because Poland's borders are back where Germany capitulated. So we just got to race to try and kill as many as we can. Just keep trying to push. Hopefully the Allies are encircling them as well and moving around them. Looks like there's so much on the move. Here we go, come on. Got a nice little pocket there, adaptable large general. Right in the forest, just in Poland. Let's take them out. There we go. Just cutting that pocket down. There's another huge chunk of forces down. And that giant Greek tank just there again. And here we go, can we stop these guys getting out as well? Hopefully the Allies once again are raiding that coastline. So look at some of these stats. There's so many in that port up there at Danzig, trying to get out probably. And there we go, taken. Czechs back, look at that. 2.7 million manpower. We've needed that all game. If only they had joined us straight away as well, and we could have used that manpower right from the get-go. Use the industry. Like, look at us. We're at 300. We're getting towards 300 factories. We can just absolutely spam out units now. Like a whole another 2 battalions, and still plenty to go. Yeah. There we go. Let's see if. And is that the Allies kicking me out again? Yep, as they do. Probably because I started those 2 wars. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Military planner. Have division read a certain planning percentage bonus. I don't know how I haven't received that before this, but I guess it's probably something to do with my tech just getting up to this level. And there we go. That's them fully pushed out over this front, just killing the last few. And there we go. Mega Austro-Hungary. You know, it's still so long to fight. I don't think we're going to do it. I don't think we can do it. I think this is the best shot we could have with Austro-Hungary in this timeline. Like the size of our empire, we got our 2 puppets down in Italy. obviously missing that core bit of border, Transylvania, but to get that we'd have to go against all the allies, so I just don't think it's possible. And they're still at war with all them, but obviously I'd be absolutely surrounded by the allies if I did go to war. I'd be in the same situation as Germany was, but without the allies. So yeah, we're going to have to leave that video here, but if you liked it, leave a comment, like and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see more.